All right, so let's now talk about how you would write your paragraph. I've got my topic sentence here, same as last time. And then I have gone to the next step of writing a paragraph, which is introducing your quote. Remember our acronym TIQA. T stands for topic sentence. I stands for introduce quotation. Q stands for quotation. You want direct quotations in your analysis. And then A stands for analysis. This is where you are answering the question, how do these language choices influence the argument and the audience? Okay, so let me read you my paragraph. I want you to see how I've done these things. It says, Kincaid juxtaposes a whimsical, joyous tone with an indifferent and even disgusted tone to argue that England has invaded her way of thinking. In the beginning of her essay, she first writes a very positive description of England on a map, saying that it was, okay, so that's where I'm introducing my quote, right? I said that it's at the beginning. You don't need to get specific. You don't have to be like in the third line. You can just say sort of generally where it is, or you can say what has happened at this point. So if it were later on in the essay, I might say, after she explains that she went to England on a trip, she says, or something like that. So you're trying to give a little context for the quotation. Then you say, saying it was, quote, laid out on a map gently, beautifully, delicately, a very special jewel. Through her use of adverbs here, she suggests that England is a precious place to be cherished and loved. So I'm kind of explaining what this means, right? It's not only beautiful in appearance, but it is also handled delicately to preserve that sense of beauty. And here is where I start to get into analysis, because she doesn't necessarily say that, right? That it has to be handled delicately to preserve the beauty. That was my own interpretation that I get when I see the word jewel. Then I say, however, in the second half of the sentence, she uses a variety of colors in order to undercut her initial tone. She says that the map is yellow, with shadings of pink and green and squiggly veins of red running in every direction. So I've added more direct quotations because I'm going to prove something that is in juxtaposition to the first part. I say, this new image of England is not jewel-like at all, but rather the colors clash and create a kind of vomit-inducing mixture on the page. I really like that image. I'm proud of myself for that one. This mix of colors will create a kind of confused disgust in the reader as well. So up until this point, I've been describing the argument and how this contributes to the argument. Now I'm talking right here about how it contributed to the audience as they read it. The juxtaposition between Kincaid's first attitudes about England and her subsequent disgust show the way that she has to form her opinions based on a very superficial view of the country on a map. And see, go back to my topic sentence. Did I stay on topic? England has invaded her way of thinking. Yeah, I think I did. It invaded her way of thinking. So notice again how much analysis I have. It starts, I think, right here. Okay, compare that amount of analysis to the first part of the paragraph. I have way more analysis than any other part of TICA. And that's how you kind of want to balance it. If your quote is too long, you'll have too much to analyze in one paragraph. So shorten that quotation, really focus your analysis. And even if you feel like you're repeating yourself, sometimes explaining things in a new way is just going to cover your bases. So write as much as you can about a single language choice in each paragraph.